Good morning and welcome to the Digital Weather Desk powered by Century Next Bank. What's next for you? Visit cnext.bank for more of the exclusive banking partner of the Digital Weather Desk. Thanks so much for taking time out of your Tuesday, December 2nd, to get a look at the forecast. Things are a little bit quieter here in the short term, but we will look for the clouds and the rain return Wednesday night through the day on Thursday. Checking the infrared satellite this morning. Not enough frames of actual data to show the visible satellite, although the sun has started to come up on this Tuesday morning. We are encountering some low clouds, and that's going to play some tricks on the forecast as we go through the day. Low clouds are kind of forecast busters. They're an annoying family relative at Thanksgiving. They just leave when they want. They don't pick up social cues. They don't understand what you're talking about when you're like, all right, it's time for you guys to get on out of here. They don't get it. Those are low clouds. An annoying, stubborn uncle, if you will. And most of those clouds will continue to kind of clear out slowly but surely from north to south as we go through the day. Check of the radar, and again, all radar products made possible by Browns Roofing, the exclusive roofing partner of the Digital Weather Desk. Check out brownsroofingla.com to schedule your free roof inspection. The rain moved out at around 10:30 last night for most spots. It was wrapping up from west to east through that time frame. And we're left with, again, some beneficial rain totals from the daytime hours yesterday. These are, of course, radar estimated for the most part and considered unofficial. At least most of them are. Quick check of some of the other rain totals, and the airport observation there, or what is listed at Monroe, is I would consider spot on because they have 2,800ths of an inch of rain. ULM picked up 2,700ths of an inch, or 267 thousandths. Did I do that right? Decimals were always weird. You always started with the tenths and then the hundredths. And how many of us use that on a daily basis? Not many. 8,800ths of an inch of rainfall in Eris. Colfax, 1,200ths of an inch of rain. Dubach, a little over half an inch. And these are just rain totals from yesterday. That doesn't take into account anything that we've seen early this morning, which was just a couple of extra hundredths of an inch of rain on top of what we'd already seen. So those are some of the rain totals. Again, they vary anywhere from a few hundredths of an inch of rain, eyelash in the eye, to upwards close to an inch of rain. Homer picking up 1.25 inches. And again, those are radar estimated totals. Temperatures across the area this morning, most of us have stayed above freezing. Greenville is right at 32. Lake Providence, 34. Bastrop, 34. Also, in full disclosure, the sun's been up for about an hour now, so some areas have warmed a little bit, but most locations stayed above freezing during the overnight hours. We cannot expect the same tonight. So, as we go into the overnight hours tonight, if you've uncovered any outdoor water lines or water faucets, spigots, things like that, to help you with conditions as we've climbed above freezing for a couple of weeks, make sure that all that prep is redone as we drop below freezing tonight. Dew points are in the 30s for the most part, and wind speeds a little bit stronger along the Mississippi Valley. They've come down a little bit in the last 10-15 minutes or so, but still generally running in the 5 to 10 mile an hour range. And that makes it feel pretty uncomfortable if you step outside along the Mississippi Valley, where, again, the apparent temperature, feels like temperature, wind chill, whatever you want to call it, is generally in the upper end of the 20s, while the rest of us feel like we're in the low to mid 30s. Satellite radar composite across the area this morning shows the last of the showers continuing to advance east, but again, those lingering clouds will hang around through a good chunk of the area today, and that sets us up for sunshine later this afternoon, but the clouds are going to be quick to return. Futurecast made possible by Bayou Power Sports, I-20 Frontage Road in Monroe, youth ATVs, and dirt bikes. Honda, Yamaha, go see Mike and the guys today, and as always, tell them that Jared sent you, and they may ask you to leave. Harlan, good morning to you. Becky, good morning. Dressed in layers, not a bad idea because we're not warming up much today. High pressure sits right over the top of us this evening and then migrates eastward, allowing for a return flow of moisture ahead of a weak advancing front that'll bring showers back in across the area late tomorrow night. Late Wednesday night, for those keeping track, and continuing through the early part of the day on Thursday. So this first boundary kind of fires off the rainfall that continues through early Thursday morning. May have a little bit of a gap in the rain Thursday before a secondary impulse. Again, our upper-level winds are still out of the southwest, so as long as we get disturbances to move through the area, we're at least going to keep the clouds in. The big question is how long and how much we keep the rain in. And that's also a big question, especially for southern Arkansas folks as we go into Thursday evening with the Christmas parade slated to roll that evening. Again, not expecting a lot of significantly heavy rainfall during that stretch, but that second impulse could drive some additional light showers across the area. May, good morning to you. Most of the showers move off to the east as we go into late Thursday night, and the clouds kind of fester through the day on Friday, but it looks like the rain chances are still fairly limited. Mississippi Valley could still see some stuff, and along that note, you can kind of see that the atmosphere is trying to rebound pretty quickly behind this weak frontal boundary. In terms of rain totals, I do think that Futurecast is a smidge over-aggressive with some of the totals in our southern parishes and counties. Gina, Alexandria, Natchez, those spots that are picking up 1.5-, 2-inch rain totals. I think those are a smidge overcooked for this particular event. Not out of the realm of possibilities, but I think most of us are generally going to fall in the quarter to full inch range. Lower totals to the north, higher totals to the south as the rain moves through late Wednesday into early Thursday. Obviously, if anything changes with that, we'll let you know. Janice, good morning. Daytime highs today in the mid-40s, gradual clearing, but still quite chilly. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows tonight will fall back into the upper end of the 20s to near 30 degrees, but most of us will drop well below freezing as we head through the overnight hours tonight. So again, make sure that those cold weather preps are done, that you bring the pets and the plants inside. Make sure you cover those outdoor water faucets and things of that nature. In the grand scheme of things, I would call this a moderate to light freeze, not necessarily the hard freeze that really creates some concerns, but it will be a cold night, so make sure that you're staying warm safely as well. Check of the 7-day forecast made possible by 3B Hardware. Again, as you get ready for the fall and now the winter months, as we're in meteorological winter now, make sure that you go by 3B and make sure that you're squared away from the winter weather season. Look for the rain chances back in late Wednesday, early Thursday. I know that 10% on Wednesday is kind of misleading because those are daytime rain chances, but the nighttime rain chances are way up. Generally running the 50 to 80% range depending on location. So, again, rain sets back in Wednesday night, Thursday morning, continues through a good chunk of the day on Wednesday. Janet says she sees a little bit of sunshine this morning. That's good news because, again, the clouds are going to be kind of pesky through the early part of the day. Rain back in Thursday, and then slightly cooler and kind of cloudy for Friday with temperatures hovering near 50, morning lows generally in the 30s and 40s. A little bit of a warming trend into the weekend, but another weak front could bring small rain chances and another cool down early parts of next week. And that's a look at your forecast for this Tuesday, December 2nd, at least the morning forecast. And I will join you a little bit later today. I'll join you midday with a live stream as we update the forecast and kind of give it a full refresh with the late morning data that will come in. And then we'll have the late afternoon stream, which will probably be a little bit closer to 4 o'clock today instead of 5. If you joined yesterday, my wife's going out of town. She's going on a trip for about the next week. Then she comes back. She's here for about a day, and then she's got to go out of town for work. So for the next week, better part of almost 2 weeks, she'll be out of town. So we'll have some child-rearing help. My mother-in-law's coming into town, and I know a lot of folks are probably thinking, oh, man, your mother-in-law. I love my mother-in-law. She's an angel on this planet. So I'm looking forward to having her here. She'll be able to help out with the little munchkadoodle. But streaming schedules, especially tonight, today and tomorrow, could be somewhat impacted. Still expecting to get all the stuff in, but the schedule may be a little different than what we're typically used to. I'll keep you updated as best I can, but you know how kids are. They make the schedule. Too Long Didn't Read comes out about an hour and a half. Fishing Game later tonight. I've got some more technical stuff I've got to work on today, and I'm not really good at that stuff, so we'll see how that goes. Carolyn, Onethia, good morning. Thanks so much for taking time out of the morning to get a look at the forecast. And that's pretty much it. Forecast is always available at digitalweatherdesk.com and on the Digital Weather Desk app, available for Apple and Android users. Download it, use it, make it part of your day. Don't forget about the widgets on there, too. If you're a big widget person, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it. It's not that really important. But if you are a widget person, there are widgets for your home screen to your phone. Set them up. I got mine. Looks cool. I use the 7-day on the front of my phone. All right. everything comes out later today. I just went over all that forecast app. Check that out. And I will catch you at around lunchtime. Thanks so much for stopping by the Digital Weather Desk, powered by Century Next Bank. As always, so glad you're here, especially you, Evelyn. Thanks for hopping in right before the stream wraps up. Of course, if you joined us late, you can just wait for this video to kind of finish formatting. It will re-release, and you can check out what you missed, and you'll be able to skip through the stuff that you don't want to hear about. And I'll catch you later today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday.